Start a new week, which means start a new episode.
Start it up.
Morning everybody, it is Monday morning. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. So welcome back, or welcome if you're a first time viewer. We are out here in Heworth in York on a brand new start today. Now as you can tell we have started ripping bits out, so it's not early doors, it's just gone 10 o'clock, but finding some weird and wonderful things as usual, Mark.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's lovely. I mean, well, this has clearly been an extension at some point that's been newly built. Not really understanding this, if it's been newly built. Don't get this. This bit's really good. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. None of it's fixed to anything. The floorboards, look at that. Look, we'll put one nail in and we'll put some water-based, no nails on it. Great. No wonder I'm peeling it up like there's no tomorrow. A Velux window in a roof that's got 6 degrees pitch. That's always a good one, and I wonder why it's been leaking.
And you can see the state of the plastering as well. Yeah,
it's good. No lintel. Now this extension can't be that old.
External wall with a single skin,
Yep.
which has just been plasterboarded on.
So we're having obviously quite a lot of damp issues in this section that had obviously been clearly newly built at some point by somebody. And to say that it's shocking, well, I've seen worse, but don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting to come to this.
So this is the actual external wall of the extension that's being done. Single skin, no insulation at all.
I mean, it's sturdy though, isn't it?
No damp proof protection. And that's the other side. Yeah, say no more.
Nice.
I mean, we've made the gas dizzy. Now, I've heard of making water dizzy, but gas, there was a very lazy gas man there, I'm guessing, because it comes from about 3 miles further that way on the outside to come through here to go right back to where it was. Don't get that. Anyways, yeah, we've got Jay stripping out everything hedge-wise and bush-wise so we can get to this end of the building, ready to dig the footings.
Yep, so this one's going to be a little extension on the end here, just to create a downstairs sort of bathroom there. Well, toilet, there's not going to be any shower or bath or anything in there, so it's going to be a downstairs toilet. This is going to become the utility when we sorted all the mess out. And we're going to re-roof obviously the whole lot, because it's a slate roof, as Max says, nowhere near enough fall on a roof to have a Velux window in, so we're going to change all that.
Another issue with the floor, because somebody's put this floor down, with the floor joists as it is, which is fine, and I'm guessing they've got over what they wanted to get over at the time. The problem is, in the original part of the house, we have the original concrete floor. And the floor joists are at the level to accommodate the boards that are on top of the concrete floor. So it looks like we're going to have to strip joists out and lower joists because we're going with a hardwood floor?
Yes.
Hardwood floor. So we need one level really so we can get rid of steps and all the rest of it. But yeah, so far I've only been here 10 minutes realistically in a grand scheme of things. And I'm thinking I want to go home. I'm saying that actually. I could find myself a new pearl earring though. Look at that. Be better than a pearl necklace though, wouldn't it?
These won't know what that is.
No, well there we go.
Yeah, so good start to a Monday.
Yay. We're out to make a mess.
But yeah, just watch this space, see what we can do.
For your thorn!
As you can see, just having a little fag break because, again, this is what you come up against, finding some weird and wonderful things. Now,
Can of worms.
we are opening a can of worms here, I think. Now, you'll see if you just spin round there, obviously, garden steps down here, a couple of steps. Now, what we've found here, which is one of the jobs that we knew we'd have to do, we've dug out down here. As you can see, what we've dug out is a gully there. Now, I'm presuming that that's not working, because what they've obviously done is built this area up. If you take a step back, Will. So they built this slabbed area up. Now,
I'm guessing it's all the crap that they've took out from the back of the house.
yeah, God knows what they've done when this has been built. God knows, but what I guess they've done is they've just raised that up a foot and left what was down there in. Now, there is no manholes at the back here, so what me and Mark have said is, I reckon if this all comes up, you will find a manhole under all this here, and they've been very naughty and just built over it. Why you'd do that, I have no idea, because obviously you're supposed to raise the manhole up to the level that it is, but I reckon if we take this out, we will find a manhole somewhere in here. Kind of opens a can of worms for us, because we need to get a soil pipe in for the toilet. Now, that's going to have to come over here somewhere, but I reckon we're going to have to take all this out, dig all that pipework out from the original concrete and see what we find, and we're probably going to have to dig up under here somewhere, because again, like I say, I reckon we'll find a manhole under there, which will make us easier for routing the toilet into it, but it's opening a can of worms. I'll show you this as well, because we've dug this out. The sink in there, which has been tapped into that new bit, well, I say new, that part of that extension. Bear with me 1 second. So tapped into that new part of that extension, we've obviously put this gully in here to get the gutter in and the other bits from upstairs, the sinks and everything else in. And if you look here, that pipe which runs to that old sink has just literally been drilled into and pushed pretty much the full way into that pipe. No boss on it, nothing else on there to stop any ingress in there. So again, very naughty, which we are probably going to have to sort out. Well, no, probably we are going to have to sort out. So this is going to be a can of worms. This is what Mark would call a double thumbs down.
Also, if you go up and have a look at that black 4-inch pipe that goes up there, keep going up, Will. You see that white staining down that black pipe? You know what that is, don't you? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Bit of mixed toilet water and poop.
Just tapped in the gutter. Again, just drilled into the pipe, bit of silicone around it, and yeah, that's...
It's obviously not Al, does it?
It's a lovely job.
No. So
the floor is out.
We're going to have to...
bit there, and that looks great.
Yeah, we'll show you that while we're on.
It looks great.
We'll show you that while we're on. So...
Can we pull it down and start again?
The original floor, which they've obviously just left in, which is causing God knows how many problems with damp, as you'll see there. They've just literally chucked a load of rubble over the top of the original floor.
Now you've got the damp, haven't you?
Another can of worms. That is this wall here. Single skin. Step back, Will, so you can actually see. Single skin. No, I mean, there's no... That's absolutely bollocks, excuse my French. Yeah, there you go. Damp, 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 single skin. This is going to be a fun project. But I want to show you all the bad bits that we deal with, so this is what we deal with.
We'll get it right.
But we carry on and we put it right. That's the difference. We will do it properly and put it right. So, again, watch this space. This is going to be a fun one.
I shouldn't laugh, I haven't.
What are you laughing for?
Oh, because I'd love to know about this. I would shake his hand for the most BODGE he's ever done at any one property.
I'd like to know, just to know how this is still standing.
Oh, I would really love to know. I mean, let's have a look. Right, so we're just doing
Well,
an investigation here, aren't we?
Shall we talk about the sagas we've unveiled now, yeah?
Right, well, Jay's digging downside to see if there's a footing down that side. Yeah.
Just down there.
Which, if there is, it's going to be a spread footing, which is old-fashioned brickwork on edge, laid flat, and then bricked up off there. I'm guessing there isn't, for the very simple reason, well, I can see through there, which is daylight.
See if we can get in there.
See that? We've got a bit of daylight there.
Daylight through there.
Yeah, which then cracks and chases and steps back, which means this top corner over here, realistically, has moved. Yeah, I'd guess. Well, whether it's moved much or whether it's just a bit of old-fashioned settlement, we will find out when Jay's dug down there. Other than that, that is the original footing to what was here originally. And somebody's extended, and instead of putting a foot in, built it off an 1.25 inch concrete path, which I've now found also runs this 4-inch waist here, runs, well, Lee will show you.
Let's see if we can get a good view of this, because this is brilliant. So this whole extension, which I might add was not built by us, is actually built. Oh wait, is there no? There's no footing there. That you can see down there is the clay pipe, which is obviously where it comes to from the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but just there, okay, that bit there is about 1.25 inches of old kind of concrete, I'd say, and that is what this whole building is built off. So basically, the only thing for us left to do is pull that down. I like the fact you're still laughing. If you don't, you'll cry. So that is never passed any building regulations. If it has, whoever's passed it wants shooting. Yeah. No ring main.
No, it's just 2.5s to the end of everything. Well, again, I suppose it's like there, isn't it? In there where they've got like 4 sockets that all work off a plug.
4 sockets that are plugged in to an existing socket. Oh, you've got to laugh. But yeah, that's the saga continues. So we've exposed that. We've found out, what the issue is with. I think it's going to have to be a serious conversation with the client. Obviously, we'll discuss this with them as soon as we can get in touch with them. But for the moment, all we can do is wait.
I love today. Oh, today's awesome.
Happy Monday!
Happy Monday. Not have only got Beavis and Butthead in background, chippering on like 2 old ladies sat in, I don't know, a coffee shop. Yeah, you might have seen earlier that we was looking to see whether this has got a footing. Well, it hasn't per se got a footing. What it's got is an original footing. And what I've got is I've got Jay to get me 2 bricks just to explain to you on how this wall's actually sat, which will be original. So, the wall as it stands now, they've put a row of these down, like so. Dum 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 dum. And then we've built off a wall on there. And that has been classed as your footing. It's original. It'll stand the test of time because it has done, and the ground's solid enough, I suppose. We'll just wait and see a bit more. But yeah, it's not concrete, but it's an original footing. It's pretty deep down, like. So yeah, we'll see. See how plumb and how everything else is before we make that decision on whether it's all coming out.
Happy Mondays, eh?
Oh, to be fair, actually thinking about it. Am I bothered? It's internal now, isn't it? I couldn't give a lot of monkeys, to be fair. I think we just pull that wall out.
Yeah.
Stud it. Stud work.
Pull the wall out. Use them bricks to build the rest of the extension. Let's go in here. And we'll probably stud work as well.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Every cloud.
Everybody, so it is Tuesday. It's pretty much midday, innit, I think. So we're a bit late today, but we've had a lot of running about to do because, as you're probably aware, the weather is absolutely shocking. Mark and Will have been out at the job in Heworth today, but obviously changing weather and a couple of little details that we need to go over with the client probably tomorrow morning. We've come away from there because it's persisting down. So they've taken the roof off what they need to there, and they have also pretty much just pushed the wall over because that's how good it was built. But yeah, so we've tied it up there. We're away now. Mark's just been a sort of a little job around the corner, which was the previous one that we'd done in Cottonthorpe with the yellow kitchen you'll have seen. Just literally moving the water cooler that goes under the tap. So that's pretty much it on that. We're now back at this job in Cottonthorpe because we're inside, just getting some paint on the walls, and we are also going to get the skirtings and arches done in here as well. So bit of work in here to do, which is quite good because it's pissing down, so we can get inside and crack on. Other than that, me and Jay have been running around doing horrible bits this morning for a few hours, picking up materials. Obviously we've been to MK and the lads have sorted us out there yet again, and then we've dropped them off at well, actually the business partner's Ollie's wife. She's doing a beauty salon in York, so we are taking care of that in our spare time, which we don't have much of, do we, Mark?
No. Spare time? What's that? What is spare time?
But we are taking care of that, so I've just dropped a load of materials off there as well, ready for that to go probably on an evening, on a weekend, whenever we can get there. So busy day, but it's all the little bits that you miss that we hate doing. So yeah, that's Tuesday. Here we go. Hello everybody, it is Tuesday evening. Is it evening? Afternoon, evening? 5:15. Well, you'll be the judge of that. I am just on my way to see a potential client in Cottonthorpe yet again, so I'm just going to go see a job there, hopefully get them a quote out ASAP and see if we can take things further with them. So that's my job for this evening. I've just finished with Mark and CJ out at Escrick on the bathroom renovation which they're doing for us. Doing a class job, so I'm very happy with what they've turned out, and it looks miles better by a country mile. So it looks brilliant, and they've done a great job, so well done lads. So I'll get a little bit of footage of that shown as well. But yeah, my day will end in probably an hour's time. It's just done today, all the bits of running about that you've got to do, and it's not a bit of the job that I like, but it's a bit of the job that you've got to do to keep the business running. So not as productive as I like to be, like when I'm on the tools, but it is what it is. These are parts and parcels of the side of the job that you've got to do, that nobody looks at and nobody realises you've got to do, but it's got to be done by somebody. That somebody is me. So it's Tuesday out, see you tomorrow.
Well, good morning everybody. It's Wednesday. We're out at Heworth. The job that is the job from hell so far. We've had the discussion with the client, or should I say Lee's had the discussion with the client with regards to what we've found here. They're happy for us to proceed after explaining that this whole extension that has been altered at some point in its life is sat on nothing, realistically. This lot is, as I say, quite interesting. Hey, shut up a minute. As you can see, this is a single skin wall. You can probably just make out the dot and dab on there. That's what they were living with. So no wonder it was all damp and horrible. Where you can see that straight joint is where somebody's built up originally with no ties and nothing else in it. So hence we've had to take that out. End wall, this is coming out anyway. I think we're going to put this in timber eventually. Dig the footing out. New brickwork with new footings. But
New footings, you mean?
well, actual footings, sorry, yeah.
Real footings.
As you can see here, this is what they've done. Lovely cavity that, considering this is, I'm guessing, only been done in the last 4 years. Seeing as the customer has only been in the house 3, I'm guessing.
That's a big cavity, that, mate, innit?
Well,
Such
they've
a
done.
real lap.
It's been done as a solid wall, which you would never do if you're going to build something from new. But out of all of that, this little bit of insulation that you can see here, which I don't even know why they're bothered with, that was above the door. And I'll say that you might as well not have even bothered with, considering all the single skin, no insulation on the walls, and plasterboard that, well, I could have licked it off, I think, in all fairness. But as you can see, anyway, we're getting this down. We're going to pull it down. We're going to try and get some of this rubbish all piled up. It is tight for access on this job. We've got an alleyway that runs right around the back, and we have got a little courtyard at the front. It's going to be a lot of hard slog to get materials in this job, and it's going to be fun, because not only are we going to get everything in, we've also got to get all this lot out. These two here with a barrow, they're going to be tired. But yeah, a lot of hand digging, got the drainage to alter when we can find it all properly. We've found some of it which runs under that wall, believe it or not, which is also why we found out there's no footings. But yeah, on that note, watch your space. See you soon. Love you, bye. Hi everybody. Well, it's been a fun one again. It is Wednesday afternoon. You can actually see I've got sweat. This is through my own choice. So the extension is down. The old extension that was built on no footings. We've started digging for the alterations for the drains and alterations for the drains and the actual footings itself. We're going to have to divert, like you've probably seen, and we've come across the big main, which I'm presuming runs right along the back of these buildings, and we've found a manhole in the alleyway next door but one. So this is lovely because we've actually got a branch off which we continue to remove this. So it's going to come across manhole, out the manhole, back up and connected further in and further away from the building, because this is where the original part of the old extension was. And I don't know if some of you have seen the video beforehand, but basically the whole extension was built on that thickness of concrete. Shocking. So we've got a proper footing, but as you can see we've had a busy day, and if you look around at the piles of muck, mess and horridness, there's some stuff come out today.
Oh, just look at my boots. Zoom in on that bad boy.
No one cares about your boots, Will. No one cares about your
look
boots.
At your boots, nothing on them, mate.
Yeah.
Grafter's boots right there.
It's all stockpiled for the very simple reason we can't get a skip on this job, and we're having to organise a different method, which will be, again, hard work again. It's going to be wheelbarrows round to the front, loading either a pickup truck with a tipper or the trailer with a tipper. Either one. It's not going to really make much difference which one we use, but that's what we're going to have to do, and then we'll be taking it away for them to recycle and do whatever they want to do with it. But until then, that is technically the end of Wednesday. I'm knackered, and well, these two, as you can probably tell, have got full of energy because they've done bugger all again. But there we have it. There we have it. Right, anyway, on that note, see you tomorrow. Love you, bye.
So this video comes to you sponsored by MKM York. Now MKM York are one of the biggest merchants around at the moment, and they're supplying us with all our gear. If you need any building, they're now doing bathroom suites, they're now doing kitchens and everything else as well, so they do a wide variety of anything. So they will also supply the general public. Now if you are part of the general public and you live in or around the York area, we are going to give you a discount code. Now that discount code will be MKM Red. If you are part of the general public, come down and see the guys at the York branch at Clifton Moor, give them that MKM Red code and you will get some discounts on all your products. MKM York, massive shout out, thanks guys for doing that. Well, morning everybody. It's what day are we on? Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. All days this week have rolled into one. It's been a great week, hasn't it, Mark?
Oh, I loved every minute.
As you can see.
Loved every minute of it.
So, what we on this morning? So, basically, cut out all the clear pipe that goes into here. Managed to find it. Obviously, the main drain runs across. So, we've diverted the pipe around where the footing's going to be. We will just have to bridge over these bits here into this footing, so we're going to bridge over it. We're probably going to use footing blocks anyway, so we'll concrete it and then we'll put footing blocks on top anyway, so we'll be able to bridge that, so it shouldn't be an issue. Also have to gravel fill it and everything else. Yeah, it's been a fun one, Mark, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been epic, and now we've got the joys of trying to get this old pipe out, which is, I don't want to give up. And I'm smashing daylights out of it, but we're getting there slowly. But Lee's turned up this morning with a little present for us all. We've got to look after it though, look. Look at her. Look at that. Brand fire new. It's only because somebody else brought the other one, which want me for a change. I just break shovels.
Yeah, it's how many broke on this job?
Yeah, two. I broke so far. We're only on the third day. And I brought 2 shovels. But a question for everybody. What shall we name her? What shall we name the new still saw? It's got to have a name. So we're going to leave that one to you lot.
Now, we're not sure what it identifies as, so
yeah. Well,
any name.
Any name, yeah. It can be female, it can be male, it can be, I don't know, it can be a dog for all I care. Whatever name you want to call it. But we've all got ideas, but we think we'll leave it to you lot out there to come up with a name. But yeah, so otherwise, drainage is in. Supplied by MKM, them lads up at Clifton Moor, bless them. So that's in. Yeah, just dig again. Going to pick up a trailer later and try and get rid of
All this
wonderful
mess. Because
so,
as you're aware, the access is terrible.
So yeah, other than that, I don't know.
It's going to be a fun all day again.
I know I'm knackered. I think it's only Thursday morning.
And unfortunately, I'm not here tomorrow. Oh, what a shame.
Unlucky for me. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being on meds. Here is a serious one for everybody. If you ever have a bit of mental health issues and struggling, do not be scared to ask for help. It's an hard one, being proud men that we are and all the rest of it, even women. But don't be scared, ask for help. So I did it for me, and now I'm coming off them, which is all good. And I might kill the 2 apprentices, while I was coming off them, but
I don't think you need meds for that, though, to be honest.
Anyway, other than that, can we think about?
No, all good, I think.
That's it. Right, well, on that note,
goes.
See you later. Love you, bye.
Friday morning. Yesterday was one of them days, but as you will see from over here, we've got quite a lot of gear shifted. Now we are basically, due to the access, we are filling the trailer. As you'll see, Mark's there. He's taking the trailer in his truck, coming into good use. The beast. See you in a bit. So Mark, we're literally loading the trailer. We bought a trailer off somebody, big 3.5 ton trailer. So we're due to the access, as we say, we are loading up the wheelbarrows and the buckets, traipsing all the way around the backyard and alleyway, and loading that. Now we've got 2 loads so far. Yesterday was a nightmare in the heat, but we did it. So we've got 2 loads so far. We've probably at least got another 2 loads. So it's a bit of a tough day today. I wasn't supposed to be in today because I'm away with the foundation doing the final walk on that. But I come in for a couple of hours just to help the lads out. So that'll pretty much probably be the day today. Bit of a slog for the lads. I'll be here till 10 o'clock and then I'm away. So do my bit, show willing, you know. Never ask the lads to do a job I'd never do myself. So just show a bit of willing. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for the content today. We'll be loading and getting rid of all this, ready for another good start next week. Pouring concrete, maybe digging a little bit more out and pouring concrete and stuff like that. So watch this space for Friday. Get a good sweat on. Just caught that on camera, Glenn. That's definitely going in this week's episode. Well, it's Friday. It is 4:15. It's late, realistically, and it's been a grueler of a week. Have a look around, see what you can see. See what you can see. Right, well, in the earlier videos you will find that a lot of this lot, especially where Jez videoing, was where all the muck is, or was. And as you can see, there's a lot of muck gone. There's a lot of muck still to go eventually. But, because this lot is coming down to this level. All that's got to get to go. But it doesn't stop us now. We've got the drain in. We've altered it. As you can tell from this, and looking at the previous videos, you'll find a little piece of pipe there. And you'll go, why is that there? That is going to be coming up over the footing, bridged over again, and that's going to be coming into the new extension. It will be split that way over that far side. For the kitchen sink, there'll be a pipe here which will be for a washing machine, and then it's going to all be diverted, one for the downstairs toilet and one for the downstairs basin. So hopefully next week we can get some concrete in and we can start getting the footing blocks in, and then at least we can start backfilling, and we've got somewhere to work ready to get this concrete cast base in once we've obviously done the
drainage. We still have a tiny foot in there to dig, which we're going to do next week. Again, we're just going to pile the stuff up and get rid of it at a later date because it's just really tight with access on this job. So that's the end of the week. The lads have done amazing this week. It's been ridiculously hot and really hard graft. So that's off to Will and Jay as well.
Burnt.
And yeah. What, sorry?
Burnt.
He's burnt. Whose fault's that? If he doesn't buy a sun cream, then it's his fault. Right, on that note, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you next week and see if this job gets any better, because so far we're just finding one thing after another. So it's got to turn a corner at some point. Anyway, till then, love you, bye.
Bye-bye.
So I put 9-inch damp everywhere. A bit of roofing felt as damp-proof up wall.
Oh yeah, that's lovely that.